So we just got a new scoring system on the search tool, which makes sense that we're trying to incorporate and encapsulate all this data into one quick glance. So this summarizes everything that you see on the screen, and there's actually 11 things that we take into account in the scoring system. So I've done it over here. This will be hidden, so you don't really need to see this because it's on here. But just to summarize for this video, it does an MP check, which is your monthly pivot, WP, which is your weekly pivot, daily pivot, the 7-day average price. It checks the weekly shift in. Obviously, we're closed because it's the weekend, so that hasn't populated. But when the market opens, the herd are going to be moving, and then we'll get some signals from that. So that currently it's false because they've not done anything. It does a static check, so are we above or below 50%? We are below 50%, so it's a positive score. Are the bears getting paid? Are the bulls getting paid? The daily open check is the price above the daily open? Yep. Is it above the weekly open? Yes. So there's 11 things that it takes into account, and so we've got a new scoring system, so we can definitely use this whenever you feel like it. And you can see how currencies are fared against each other. So that's an okay score. It's not fantastic, but because we're waiting for these, and the bulls are making profit, so that's a negative score. So they shouldn't be profiting. So we should see price come back below. So that's why it hasn't got a perfect score. Let's look at GU because we know it's quite bullish. It's got a good score, but we're waiting for the shifting on the sentiment. And once they've confirmed that move, then we're going to get a greater score or a poorer score. Okay, so that's how it works. It's pretty cool. And what I'll do is remove this because it's all here and it's just helping me for this video. So I can just remove that. And just to say, if you wanna if you haven't got access to the search tool, do let me know. If you want to join, it says patreon.com/QDB. So it's a pretty decent spreadsheet, and we're launching signals next weekend. So it's all going to be based on the sentiment shifting, which is going to be really, really cool. And we could even potentially release some signals based on the QDB score, but we'll get the testing done. And we'll see how we go. So you can see how the different currency pairs are stacked up against each other. So that's got an okay score, but it's not perfect because we're above 50%, you see, and that's how you can use it. And you just go through and things, and it should help quite a bit. So EC would be a sell because on the sentiment we're a sell. Weekly pivot, daily pivot, and the 7-day average is quite bearish, but ideally you probably want it below the monthly pivot, and then it's going to be like quite a very poor score, and that's how it is. So we'll have to see how we go. And remember, we're testing this week, so get a demo account ready for next weekend because we'll be going live in speech marks the following week. Okay, if that's for our signals, but potentially we could have some implementation on this where if we have a perfect score, we could probably launch a particular trade on that pair. That might be an idea. It might be something we could look at. UJ is mixed, so you'd probably want to avoid it if it's amber color, that yellow color there. So have a good day. We're having some cut data in a bit, and then that'll be it for the weekend, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow.